What's up, fellas? It's your boy Schemer back with another episode for the Dynasty. We're here to talk about the over and under. Who's going to hold teams back from scoring? Who's going to get lit up? Couldn't do the show alone. Got your boy Bino with the Eagles on the show. What's up, Bino?
You already know, man. Merry Christmas to y'all, Dynasty, man. Hope y'all boys following the rules. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see that hammer getting laid down left and right, no homo. Y'all touch up on that rule book, man. Don't get that herb tag, man.
We also got Marley with the Saints on the show. What's going on, Marley?
What's poppin'? What's good, fellas? Glad to be back. Merry Christmas. Get it going.
Sir.
All right. We ain't going to take long. We're going to dive right into the show. The first game we're going to talk about is the Chargers and the Chiefs. Right now, the Chargers are 17th when it comes to first downs with 198. He's also 13th in terms of INTs with 37. He's going on the road to face the Chiefs, who are 10th in first downs with 200 at this point. And he's third in INTs with 41 INTs. Okay, Bino, what's your take on this game?
I think this game is going to be a shootout. I think this one's going to be over 56 for sure. You got the Chiefs that are averaging 35 points a game, while the Chargers are averaging 26. In a game, I think that the defense is pretty much going to be non-existent. But both those offenses are prolific on paper, right? You got Tyreek, you got Keenan, you got Mike, you got Austin, you got all these hitters. You know, you got a young quarterback in Justin Herbert. There's no reason it shouldn't be over 56, really, even if the defense is there, which it will not be. I got this one going over. I think the Chiefs going to take this one until we see a little bit more from Dub C out here. You know what I'm saying? I got the Chiefs winning this one. This one's going to be over for sure.
All right. How about you, Marley?
I feel like this is a game that falls in playoff of Steelos. Dub is going to throw the ball. He's going to throw it heavily. My boy is going to capitalize on that. Get a lot of turnovers, and this will probably get ugly pretty fast. I'm taking the Chiefs big.
Hey, I agree with Bino. But what's your take on the under? You like the under or over?
I definitely like the over. Especially if he gets a quick lead, he might just put his foot all the way down on the gas and just try to see what he can make out of it. Knowing him, he probably got a few scenarios, so you know how that goes.
Facts.
You know, style ain't been the same. You know, he had a newborn. Congratulations. So this season, I'm going to give him a pass. I think next season, going to come back swinging. But in this one here, I agree with Bino and also you, Marley, with the over. And it's kind of like a mixture of you guys' take. It could be three pick sixes in this game by the Chiefs alone. So that's going to give you an over automatically. So I think the fact that the Chiefs going to maintain control in this game, it's going to stay in the Chargers' backfield, you know, backyard, everything. You're going to be on the Chargers side of the field a lot of the game. And I think there's going to be basically the defense will be the reason why this game go over. All right, moving on to the next game. We got the Dolphins and the Patriots. The Dolphins right now are tied at 24th for first downs with 173. He's 17th in interceptions with 33 interceptions. They actually tied for 17th with 33 INTs. The Patriots, on the other hand, is 18th in the league with 184 first downs. But guess what? He's 8th in INTs with 39. Okay, Bino, what's your take on this particular game?
Yeah, man, this one was a hard one for me to actually decipher a little bit because this is the heavyweight matchup that we've been talking about, right? This is the playoff game before the playoffs actually start, right? So aside from the stats that you mentioned, if you look at their records, I think they might be 1 or 2 games apart. Both of them are still in playoff contention. But just looking at their game styles, right, the way that they play the game, it's clear that Sweets is more offensive minded. And it just so happens that Tight is kind of a little bit more defensive minded. So I really do like this matchup a lot. I do think the fact that you got 2 different heavyweights, David and Goliath, so to speak, that it's going to be under. I don't think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be more of a classic bang them up, run the ball, grab the first down type of game. And I'm not really sure who's going to win this one, man. They really know each other even before Dynasty. You know what I mean? So I don't really know who's going to win. I do know this game is going to be under. That's for sure.
Okay, how about you, Marley?
Yeah, I like the under as well. This is, like he said, one of those classic matchups where it's going to be 4 quarters of pure hell. Somebody's going to come out with the victory in the end. You can't really look at Sweet's stats this year and his standings and really take a grain of salt with it, because he can explode for 60 points at any point. He's one of the best passers on this game, period. He's going up against one of the best defenders on this game, period. So, this is going to be an ugly game. Low scoring, a lot of hit sticks, a lot of fumbles, great defense across the board. But yeah, I like the under. If I'm going with the under, I'm taking Sweets in this one because I'm almost positive that Tyke took the last one.
All right. Well, guys, I'm taking the over in this game. I'm taking the over. I think Sweet's going to control the pace, but Tyke going to beat him at his own game. So we'll have to tune into this one to see how it goes. A lot of points scored, but I think both users get over 30 points. Sweets will control the tempo, and Tyke will win the game.
Ooh, that's what I wanted to hear. You think Tyke will win? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Right, Tyke winning this one. All right. Moving on to the next game. We got the Vikings and the Bears. The Vikings are 24th when it comes to first downs with 173. And he's third in the league when it comes to INTs with 41. Okay. Now looking at this right here, you got the Bears. He's 28th in the league with 165 first downs. But guess what? This man got 60 INTs. He's second in the league with interceptions. Okay, Marley, what's your take on the Bears and Vikings?
This is another good game. This is another underrated game, but this is a really good game. I think Maurizi takes a lot of these games personally against some of the bigger hitters in the dynasty.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
Is that Flair? Making a guest appearance? What's up, Flair?
Flair here.
We mid-show, bro.
I've arrived. I'm on over another.
Yes, you have. Bro. Yes, you have. Merry Christmas, bro.
Merry Christmas. Flair is silly. Oh, shit.
But now, what was you saying? You said Maurizi take things personal.
I think Maurizi takes the games against the bigger hitters in the dynasty a little more personally and tries to put more of a stamp on it. He like the experts, the buses, the tight works. He takes those games 100% serious and gives it everything he got. I got this one being a close one. Definitely going with the under. You talking about a prolific offensive player in Maurizi and a prolific defensive player in Bus. So, I mean, if it gets ugly, it's because somebody had a hell of a run game. But I'm definitely like the under. I think I'm going to go with Maurizi.
Jeez. Yeah, I'm gonna just piggyback right off that scheme real quick. Because I think this one's going to be over. Right, I don't know if y'all seen. I think Bus went on a 6-game win streak. You know what I mean? I think I think Bus trying to go for the gusto right now. And I know Maurizi, he plays up to the talent like Marley had mentioned, but I think Bus on a whole nother level right now. I do think it's going to go over, and it is going to be defensive. I see a lot of turnovers, rather that's hit stick fumbles, because Bus is one of the hit stick kings, and so is Maurizi. Really. Yeah, I mean, I see this as a real good defensive game. I just don't see Bus making that many mistakes when he has to pass the ball. Whereas I think Bus will bait the mistakes from Maurizi. So I got to go with Bus in this one, just off the muscle. I think it's going to be a close game, but I do think it's going to be high scoring. This one is definitely over in my book.
There'll be a lot of lurks, that's for sure, on both sides.
All right. Flash still in the building?
The one and only.
What's up, Flash? What you think about the Vikings and the Bears?
Vikings and the Bears. Domination Bears. As long as the Bears stay to their game plan, it's going to be ugly. Slow down.
All right. I got this one going under. Last time these guys played, it was a high-scoring game. Marley, I should have won the last time I saw him play recently. So I think there's going to be some adjustments made, and I got the under. Moving on to the next game, you got the Falcons and the Saints. The Falcons are 6th in the league when it comes to first down at 213. But he's only 30th when it comes to INTs with 20. The Saints are 20th when it comes to first downs with 180. And he's tied for 8th with 39 INTs. All right, Marley, going to you first. How you feel about yourself in this game?
Man, I always struggle against Luke for some reason. I don't know what it is. Luke gives me shit. I'm not gonna pick against myself, so I'm gonna take myself in the under because he's a frustrating person to play, especially if he's on that defensive line. If he's on that defensive line, like he's gonna bust through every time I attempt to make a pass. So I think it'll be ugly, low scoring. If I could keep his running backs from catching balls out of the backfield, I might have a chance to make it look ugly. But I think it'll be tight. I'm taking myself in the under.
All right. How about you, Bino?
Yeah, I think this is another divisional game where it could be under, right? But when you look at the stats, I know Marlon said he has a little bit of struggles against him, but Noop's averaging over 34 points given up on defense. And the Marley I know can capitalize on that, right? Whether he got to go max protect or not. So I got this one actually being. You said what, Flair?
The Marley, that's what I'm talking about. Speak up for
right, I mean? So, I got this one going over. I had wrote down under in my notes, but the more I look at this matchup, I got this one going over. I think the Saints got a little bit more to lose than the Falcons. So I'm hoping that the Saints will come out spirited. I got the Saints winning in the under on this one.
All right. You want to say a couple of things, Flair? The Falcons and the Saints.
The Falcons and the Saints. I'm gonna go with the Saints, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Saints. I think
I like the under in this game. I like the under.
I think it's gonna be high scoring though.
Interesting.
Turnovers, quick point score. I think it's gonna be high. I say 28 to 35 or something like that. 20-42.
Okay.
Wow.
Man.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I like the under in this game. I think somebody will get a pick six late in the fourth quarter to win it. That's my take on that. Who it's gonna be? We don't know. So pick six can win the game late. Next, we got the Colts and the Ravens. The Colts are 17th in the league with 185 first downs, but he is also 6th in the league with 40 INTs, going up against the Ravens, who are 12th in the league with 192 first downs. But guess what? KP is number 1 in INTs with 65. All right, Bino, what's your take on this game?
I just think it's funny that both them teams is top 10 on INTs when all they do is run the ball. Right? That's a formula for success, man. You can control the clock and grab INTs, you're going to win a lot of games. And that's what we see in their records, right? I mean, you got two of the best rushing attacks in the dynasty right now, if we're being real. I got this one going over. I think that, the rushing attack is just going to be too powerful to stop if Pope uses Lamar Jackson like he has been. And on the contrary, when you got SJ inside zone SJ, you know what I mean? It's going to be hard to stop JT. So I got this one going over. I do see some turnovers happening, possibly if they, pretend that they want to pass the ball. But I got this one going over. I don't really know who's going to win this game because it's a potential playoff matchup. And I believe Pope is coming off a tough loss to them Raiders, man. So we'll see. Anything's possible. But I got this one going over for sure.
Okay, how about you, Marley?
I think I like the over too. I mean, like you said, it's a pretty evenly matched game as far as what they like to do. I mean, SJ is gonna do what he does. You know what's coming. It's up to you to stop it. Pope is definitely capable of stopping it, but JT is a monster. He just developed another running back into a monster to shadow him, to spell him out. So I'm gonna take the Ravens in the over. I think that SJ definitely gonna get his.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How about you, Flair?
What is it now?
The Ravens and the Colts. The Ravens and the Colts.
The Ravens and the Colts. Oh, might be I don't know. Two things are going to happen. This is my opinion. It's either going to be a super blowout game, because the Ravens are mad, or it's going to be a tight one with the Colts pulling it out. And I'd say the Colts won't pull it out.
You got the over
man.
Yeah, he's frustrated. He's missing his number one target now with the penalty. He might overthink.
Yeah, I got the over in this game, but I think KP, like you said, a little upset. You know, Super Bowl contenders don't lose two games in a row too many times, so I got to go with the Ravens and the over. Okay, next up we got the Bengals and the Panthers. The Bengals are 30th in the league with 155 first downs. He's 23rd in the league with 29 INTs. On the other hand, the Panthers are 27th when it comes to first downs with 166. And he's tied for 24th with 28 INTs. Okay, Marley, how do you see it going down between the Panthers and the Bengals?
This is really a difficult one. Really. I mean, I'm going to go under. I'm going to take C-Rob in the under. I mean, depending on which C-Rob shows up to the game. C-Rob is into it and get some shit clicking early. He might be able to take off with it, and he might turn it into an over. But I'm definitely going to C-Rob in the under. I think both offenses are kind of struggling. Defenses play a lot tougher than the offenses get shit done. So, yeah, I'm going with that. C-Rob.
Okay. How about you, Flair?
Panthers.
Okay.
Panthers. Slow. Yeah, to the Panthers. A lot of out route.
All right, Bino, what's your take?
Man, I got the Bengals. Y'all bugging. When y'all look at the stats, man, you know, it's an even game in regards to records. Both of them got 5-6 wins, right? The only difference is the Bengals is a balanced team who can score points. They average 95 rush yards a game, where C-Rob is averaging 250 in the air, which makes him lackluster in the running game. I think they evenly match, right? I mean, C-Rob averages 28 points per, and the Bengals just averaging 27 points per. But I think this is still going to be under 56. But I'm going with the Bengals, man. Show me something, man. Go ahead and prove me right, man. Everybody going with C-Rob. And C-Rob, my dog and all, but I got the Bengals in this one. I just like the balanced attack more than just airing it out. So I got to take the Bengals on the under.
I like the under too. I think both of these guys. I think the difference will be the Bengals defense. I think he plays a little tighter defense than C-Rob. So we're going to see. You know, Bates going to have to make some plays in the secondary, you know. But C-Rob got an offense with a lot of weapons.
He does. And he got speed.
Yeah, but he got to show me something. It depends on what C-Rob shows up. If his money offense, like they call it comeback C-Rob, is on point, set up other plays, I mean, he's going to be hard to stop. But I'm going to go with the Bengals. The Bengals defense is going to click a little bit more. We'll see, though. All right, the Lions and the Giants are next. We got the Lions tied for 24th in the league with 173 first downs and 16th in the league with 34 INTs. The Giants are 23rd in the league with 175 first downs. And he's 21st in the league with only 30 interceptions. Okay, Flair, what's your take on the Giants and the Lions?
Oh, yeah, this is going to get ugly quick. I got Giants. I mean, ugly is going to get ugly. Like, I just feel like if he tries to scramble and cart passing, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. Giants. I got Giants all the way.
Okay. How about you, Bino?
Yeah, I agree with Flair. I expect this game to be over. Right? I think it's going to be over 56, and I mean quickly. If the Giants come in and they handle business, he'll definitely get the win and probably cover the total. With the spread, you know, with the speed on offense and defense that he got, because I just played him. I'm talking about you got 95, 94, 93, 96 on both sides of the ball. It's going to be hard to really contend against that, and you got to be cerebral to beat Bruce. All right, so let me go ahead and give you some tips because I need you to go ahead and grab this win because he's in my division. You know what I mean? Be cerebral, read your safeties, read your coverage, make the right throw. Throw it when you anticipate it being open, and you'll win the game. If you don't do that, I got Bruce. I got the over. Bruce gonna win this game.
Okay, how about you, Marley?
I like Bruce in the under on this one. I mean, I think it all really depends on if Bruce puts him away early or not. Taz is one of them users that if you don't put him away, he will find a way to put up points. I've always said Taz is like one of the best second half players in the league. So he will go 0 points and throw 5 picks in the first half and throw for 400 yards, 5 touchdowns in the second half. So it's going to come down to Bruce playing his usual lockdown defense and keeping pressure on him the whole game. And he got to put up points straight at the gate. He got to put points up, and he got to put his foot on Taz's throat. Because if he gives Taz a window to come back, it could be a close game and make it all the way down the stretch.
All right, not bad. I'm taking the over, but I think it's gonna be because of the pace that Taz like to play. He's not gonna slow it down, so Bruce gonna be looking for pick sixes all game long, and I don't think Taz gonna be able to stop Bruce. I think Bruce gonna take advantage of an opportunity and put up a lot of points and hold Taz down. But like I said, he's gonna play fast pace, so Taz not gonna burn that much clock. So by the time the game is over, Bruce gonna have like 42 points. That's my take on it. You got the Jags and the Washington football team next. Jacksonville is 24th when it comes to INTs with 28, but he's number 2 in first downs with 238. The Washington football team is 31st when it comes to, surprisingly, first downs with 148, and he has 39 INTs, and that's 8th in the league. Okay, based on the Washington football team and the Jazz, Bino, what's your take?
I think this one's going to be over. I got the Jags winning too. And not just because I need them to, because, Washington football team's in my division, but because I ain't trying to fuel no more Super Bowl runs. Gav, I done heard you last time on the last show you did talking about, I heard Schema and Bino told me I was going to be trash. Nah, bro, you're going to win this game. And you know what I'm saying? You got Trevor Lawrence with 50 touchdowns and 19 interceptions or something like that. You got DJ Chark out there doing his thing. And don't sleep on the tight end that Gav got, because that motherfucker is nice. So I got the Jags winning this game. No disrespect to the Washington football team, because that defense is stout. It's just going to be hard to contend with the passing game of the Jags. They'll come out and run sets and then throw a deep on you with one wide receiver, and there's nothing you can do. You know what I mean? So I got the Jags winning this one. This one's definitely going to be over.
Okay, how about you, Flair?
Look like we lost Flair.
Okay, we're going to roll over to Marley. How about you, Marley?
I like the under on this one. I feel like under plays good enough defense to kind of slow down the pace that Gav like to create. I feel like if he keeps a man on Shark, he covers that tight end. He has someone shallow covering a running back out of the backfield, and he'll have a good chance to make some shit happen on defense. He's going to hit. So if he can get him in open space and cause some fumbles, that's definitely working in his favor too. But I like the under, and I like the Gav to pull it out in the under. I think the quarterback that under's developing, make a couple throws that won't go his way, a couple overthrows, underthrows, whatever. Throw in the pressure, throw out a sack. Some crazy shit's gonna happen. It's gonna give Gav a couple free points. But yeah, I like Gav in the under on this one. I think Gav is a master at slowing the game down and playing it at a pace. If he sees that he's not able to go over the top and just make crazy plays, he's a master at changing it up and going to a slower pace. Grind it out 5-6 yards, down plays. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I like this game going under 2. Under right now, it's kind of trying to figure his team out a little bit. He might be one of the few teams that make a coaching change in the end, whether it's offense or defense. I'm not sure, but we'll see. But he hasn't really been playing with 100% confidence as of late. So I expect some changes in the offseason. But this game here gonna go under. Jags should win it. His confidence is rolling high right now. So I expect the Jags to win it. Moving on to the next game, you got the Rams and the Cards. Expert still living off the Super Bowl he just won. He's fifth when it comes to first downs with 217, and he's tied for 21st with 30 interceptions. On the other hand, the Rams are 32nd in the league when it comes to first downs with 139, and 20th in the league with 31 INTs. So it's gonna be a pretty game. Might be closer than we think. What's your take, Bino?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's going to be much closer than we think. I mean, with this game, it's another divisional game, so you throw the records out the window, right? Without biases, if the Cards come in and handle their business like they did in the Super Bowl, they'll win the game, period, right? I think each roster matches up fairly well. You got Ramsey, you got Woods, you got Kupp, you got, Matt Stafford. You got it on both sides of the ball. There's not that many holes, right? So it should be a close game on paper. It just so happens that the defending champs are around 500 at this point, which is uncharacteristic of a Super Bowl winner, which is why I'm giving the Rams the win in this one. I think this is going to be over. I think it's going to be a shootout, honestly. And I'm going with you on the Rams, man. Don't let me down now. I mean, we'll wait to see some more from X and see if he bounce back a little bit, but him being at 500 and giving me confidence to go with him on this W. So I got to go with the Rams in the over.
Okay, how about you, Marv?
I like the Cards under on this one. I feel like I feel like Expert ain't playing 100% inspired right now, but he's just one of them games that he kind of when he plays his skills, he likes to turn it up a little bit. But I think that's also gonna get him in trouble, throw him a few picks or whatever. But I mean, he got the little mighty mouse back there, escape from anything. So it all depends on how the Rams defensive line plays. If it gets get contained on Kyler Murray, it could be close. If not, it could get real ugly. But I like the Cards in that.
All right, I've seen some close games between these guys. The Cardinals been escaping and stuff like that. It could be the same, but I think it's gonna be a late pick that force Expert to probably win by 14. It'll be close for most parts, but I think a late interception is gonna cause Expert to win probably about 14 points. So, believe it or not, I don't take Expert in unders too much, but I like the under in this game. It's hard to take Expert in the under. It's hard. It's like every game he plays is gonna go over.
I mean, when you play a skillion, though, they like to control the clock. You know what I mean? And they make the smart throw and make the smart move. So it could be, if X only get like 4 or 5 possessions, it could definitely be under. And it could definitely happen.
But that ain't what Expert wants. Expert, right. If you're a great player, he will respect you and take an under type game. But I don't think skill trade is on his list of worries. I really don't think so. I don't think he's worried about skill trade. I think he's coming in there for 45 points. On his head real quick. But the scores, like if the numbers don't lie, there have been 3-point games between these guys before.
Yep.
All right, moving on to the next. We got the Cowboys and the Texans. Cowboys are 13th when it comes to INTs with 37.
How about take a skill trade?
Take a skill trade. Tell me why.
It's time.
It's time for him to come out, the closet, or what?
Yep.
Put up some big numbers.
Yep. Skill trade.
Well, some people might say come out the graveyard.
Right.
Get back on top, dog. Get back on top. Yeah, he asked the team to do it. But, I remember skill trade when he had Buffalo. That offense was better than his defense. Get the running back involved, in the passing game. So we'll see if he can do that. I mean, I think he'll probably can pull off a 10-win season. But until that happens, I don't know. The defense is in place. I will say that.
Yes, it is.
But no, yeah.
Gotta get it now. Win now mode for him.
Got to. But the running back needs to get the ball more. I'm not talking about now, but in Buffalo, I mean, he had so many plays to where you had to defend the running back, the wide receiver, and the tight end all in one shot. I haven't seen that lately. So we're going to see the skill trait and get the offense back clicking. Go find a playbook to sponsor your running back, get them receivers open. I know you've done that before, and now you got a defense that plays for you. Hey, man, it's your time to shine. Okay, now back to the Cowboys. He's tied for 20th in the league with 180 first downs. And remember, he's 13th with 37 INTs. The Texans, on the other hand, are 16th in the league with 187 first downs. But he's dead last with 15 INTs. Yes, he's 32nd in the league with INTs. Okay, Marley, what's your take on this game?
Oh man, this is another one of them. Which guy's gonna show up? I think Vikings can easily make this over just by his score alone. But you know, if HBO sits down and cracks open a few brews and gets in this mode, he might be able to keep it close. But I'm gonna definitely go with Cowboys and the over on this one. I think Vitamin just mainly been focusing on developing some of these younger players this year and not really taking wins and losses too serious. But I think this is one of those games where he feels like this is a stats game. This is a game to get his guys really some good XP to build them up for the future. And who better to do it against than Mr. Boop Boop Boop.
All right.
So I like Cowboys in the over on this one.
All right, Bino, how about you?
Yeah, I disagree. I think Vitamin been taking it serious, man. He whooped my ass the other day. I think we split in this season. I think he put 56 to like 10. It was bad. It was horrible. I ain't trying to hear that. And that's why I think it's going to be over. You know, on paper, the Cowboys team, their offense is just prolific, bro. They're like, I think Lamb is at like 91 overall. I think Cooper's at like 92, 93 overall. Like, that offense is nasty.
And Hoko up to an X factor too.
That's crazy, right? And exactly. Starting at the 71, 72 overall, and he got him as an X factor. Like, I got the Cowboys and the over on this, just merely off the stat that you mentioned, Scheme, in regards to the 32 ranked team, in regards to grabbing picks, and you got a prolific passing offense in the Cowboys. It's literally David and Goliath. In this case, I got David. I'm going with the Cowboys and over.
All right, good takes. But you know what? I think I'm going to go with the under because I think that the Texans won't be able to score too much in this game. I think Vitamin will get like maybe a 42, man, maybe a 38-10 type game. You know, so it's gonna be borderline. Then you got to get 40 plus points in this game. It could be. Man, it's gonna be close. I wouldn't bet on this game.
Yeah, what you mean you wouldn't bet on it, man?
Well, you know, if HBO don't score enough points against the Cowboys, then I think it's gonna go under. So I'm taking the under. I wouldn't bet on the over.
I got the over off that fact. I mean, when you got the offense and he's building his defense, man, and if HBO can't score, he's gonna have a lot of possessions. And who's he gonna stop on the offense? Who's HBO gonna stop on the offense? There's no prolific defensive player on the Texans that you can literally say this guy is gonna lock down. Come on, man. I got the over.
How much HBO gonna score? How much you gonna score on Vitamin?
I give him 14, 17. But Vitamin gonna put up 50. What? Come on, man.
And you say 50-17, that's 67. So you better hope so. You better hope points.
Hey, I got my lunch money on this one. This is definitely I circled this matchup as a lunch money matchup for sure.
All right, let's move on to Flair's game. We got Flair with the Broncos, who's 12th with 192 first downs in the league. He's 17th in INTs with 33 INTs. Going up against the 49ers, who are looking to make a Super Bowl run. He is tied for 11th with 38 INTs, and he's 8th in the league in first downs with 203. All right, Flair, how you see this game shaping out?
Pain.
What you mean?
He is the Clubber Lane. Pain.
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 For you or for the Niners?
For the Niners.
All right. Hey, man. Talking spicy.
All right, Marley. How about you, Marley?
This is a hard one to call, really. I mean, it's really not, but it kind of is. I like the over on this one. I think Fleury gonna get his running back definitely. That 2 running back system is a monster. Fleury been getting it done this year though, so I don't see a blowout happening. Niners is tough. I feel like he's able to put up a whole lot of points if you don't stop Kittle. But yeah, I like 49ers in the over on this one. I think a lot of points gonna get scored. Fleury's gonna buckle down and not throw a lot of picks and keep it close about just running the ball down his throat.
All right, how about you, Bino?
Yeah, I wrote down, I ain't gonna lie to you, Flair. I wrote down 49ers and over, but after, we seen the 49ers pretty much lose his best player, 99 overall, 4 years in Nick Bosa, I think that changes the dynamic. And when you look at the Broncos team, that 2-back system that Marley talked about, you averaging 150 yards on the ground, which means you can control the clock. And then when you need to pass, if you ain't got Nick Bosa, blowing down your ass, you might actually get some passes off. So I might have to go with the under on this one. It's really a toss-up in my head in regards to going to win. I'm really leaning towards the 49ers. But with all those factors considered, I might have to give it to you, Flair. Simply because you have been coming up in the clutch, winning big games. You hear motherfuckers in the PC mad like, damn, I just lost to Flair. Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to hear that shit one more time. So I got the Broncos and the under on this one. I think it's going to be a ball control game. Whoever has a better defense will win. It just so happens that the 49ers took a defensive hit today. So I got to go with the Broncos and the under.
Okay, I like the over in this game. It's going to be a good one. Some players like to come up and start the run on their own, and they really pay the price. So we'll see. I think Flair might have a chance of 300 yards passing. But we got to wait and see. Flair like to run the ball, stay within his game plan. But I got the over. We're going to win this game. It's going to be real tough. Niners playing way better than he played the first season, so is Flair. So I like this game. Whoever has the ball last to go out and win it. All right, moving on to the next game. We got the Jets versus the Steelers. The Jets right now is 22nd in the league with 176 first downs. He's 29th in the league with 21 INTs. With a better secondary, but he's still only 29th in INTs when he brought over Mika Fitzpatrick. The Steelers, who lost Mika Fitzpatrick, is 31st in INTs, just 19. He's 29th in the league when it comes to first down with 160. All right, Bino, what's your take on this game?
Yeah, I think this game is even statistically, right? I do think the Steelers get the win, just really off the muscle. I think this game's going to be under simply because, the Steelers will definitely run that clock. I mean, they're going to control that ball. You know what I mean? And the Jets, I haven't really seen score as many points as I like. So I like the under in this one, and I like the Steelers. Definitely going to be watching both these teams closely, though, on how they rebuild their rosters, because you got the Jets, who's like super duper young with not that much talent, and you got the Steelers, who got talent, but they just old as dirt. So that's going to be interesting. But in regards to this matchup, I like the Steelers and the under, man.
Okay, well, how about you, Flair?
Who'd you pick, Steelers?
It's the Jets and the Steelers. I'm going with the Steelers in this one.
The Jags and the Steelers?
Jets and the Steelers.
I'll go with the Steelers, although the Jets play me tough. I think the Steelers are actually not a bad team. It's just they can't put it all together at one time. They actually are kind of like the same team, but I just think the Steelers are a little better.
All right, good take. How about you, Marley?
Yeah, I like. I don't know which one I like. I'm gonna get to that at the end. I think it's an even game. It's gonna be a low-scoring game. So I'm going with the under. I feel like if it's close at the end, come down to a Hail Mary bomb to Claypool. That rookie quarterback still is got. But I mean, it could go the other way too, because if he plays aggressive, I don't know what it is about Squire, but when you play him crazy aggressive, he finds ways to score points.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm going with Steelers and the under on this one. I'm going with Steelers and the under.
All right, I actually like the over in this game, but I think the Steelers just gonna go in there and take care of business. You know, just go in there and not do anything too crazy. Just win the game. You know, with that being said, I'm gonna switch that to an under. I think you're gonna go in there and win maybe like 28-10. Just simple football, Mr. Fundamental. He's one of the best fundamental players in the league, but he also has, you know, KP in his division, Andy Force. So it's kind of tough. And the Bengals are not no slouch either. But this guy, he's not as bad as his record. Just in a tough division. Yeah. All right, moving on to the next. Got the Seahawks and the Raiders. Seahawks are actually, believe it or not, number one in first downs with 249. And he's 28th in INTs with 23 in the league. The Raiders, on the other hand, are 11th in the league with 38 INTs and 9th in the league with 202 first downs. All right, Flair, you play me twice a year. How you see this game coming out? Seahawks and Raiders.
I got you. As long as you control the Scrabble, I say you're going to win the game.
Okay. How about you, Bino?
I think both of you are identical in regards to stats, right? So to me, I threw the records out in this case, and when I think about, you know, the defense of the Seahawks, the only defender they have is Jamal Adams. That's it. You know what I mean? So just throw the ball away from him, and you'll be good. So I think on the offensive side, both teams have prolific offenses. So I do see this being a shootout. I got this game being over. I'm gonna have to lean with the Raiders in this one, even though, you know, you got DK, you got Tyler, you got Russ, you know, but Russ still don't have the arm power, the throwing power that you need to really put it out there. So I think them safeties you got, Morig and I think Abrams, I think they're gonna go off, man. I think it's gonna be a big game for them. I got the over in this one. I think it's gonna come down to a shootout, really. Eventually, y'all gonna stop running the ball. I mean, the Seahawks don't really got nobody to run the ball with, so we're gonna see, man. I got the Raiders in the over in this one.
Okay, but how about you, Marley?
I'm taking Mr. Momentum on this one. The Raiders coming off of a big win. Secondary showed exactly what they can do if you try to throw the ball against them. Centaur, Mr. Seahawk, he's a heavy passer. I think that's gonna get him in trouble. I like the Raiders in the over on this one.
Okay, not a bad pick. Good takes. I haven't played this guy before. You know, I can't go off last year's madness. It's totally different. You know, you said a good thing about momentum. I think whoever gains the momentum in the first half or, you know, third quarter maybe, man, it's going to be hard to get the momentum back. Very hard. When that meter fill up on the Raiders side or vice versa, it's going to be real hard to take it away. You know, so, man, it's going to be hard to take it away. The Raiders are one of the best teams with momentum. That's my team. I know them better than anybody else. But you guys can say the same thing about y'all teams. When that meter fills up, the Raiders just like, they get triple better, man. I don't know what it is. But then we fall flat sometimes too. I'm taking it. It's a tough over and under for me because I don't want to give up 28 points. But hey, I'm taking over, you know, because I'm going to try to put up 42. So we'll take the over in this game. Moving on to the next, you got the Bills and the Packers. Could be the most mysterious game, even though my most mysterious game is the Steelers and the Jets. The Bills are coming in fourth in the league with 223 first downs. He's tied for 26 in the league with INTs. He has 25. And the Packers are 14th in the league when it comes to first down with 190 and tied for 13th in the league with 37. Okay, Marley, I'm pretty sure you've been following Chris Murray. How you see this game coming out?
Yeah, I'm definitely familiar with OG's game. I'm not very familiar with the new Bills yet. I have to get film. So, with the bias, I'm gonna definitely go with OG. Over and under. I'm gonna go over on this one. This might be OG. OG welcoming him to the league with a big win. OG's getting his mojo back. Yeah, he had to put Rodgers back in the starting lineup, and then he's back doing his normal things. But also Aaron Jones is out there killing too. So yeah, I like the Packers and the over on this one.
How about you, Bino?
Yeah, I think we got a new user in the Bills, so we don't really know, right? But I just played the Packers, and they have a great offense, man, and a really, really good defense. But OG will make a few mistakes. And when I say a few, I mean like literally only two if Rodgers is back there. You got two chances. But that should give the Bills that window. The Bills is averaging around 27 points a game. I don't see the OG losing his playoff position right now. He's in the playoffs. I think this was going to be a defensive game. I think the passing game is going to be null and void for the Bills. So I got the under on this one, and I'm going with the Packers.
Okay, good takes, good takes. How about you, Flair?
I'm gonna go with
Bills and the Packers.
I'm gonna go with the newbie Bills.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay. I think the Packers are gonna treat them like a rook. But I've been seeing some high scoring games at times, or at least expect. This game gonna come down to matchups. Where's J.R. Alexander lined up at? Left side, right side?
Far dig side.
You know,
That's where he lined it up.
you know, you have a guy like Clark on the D line. You know, what's gonna happen? And where is he gonna be lined up at? I mean, I know Adams is gone to San Diego. I mean, actually, LA Chargers. I mean, this is a lineup. You better like be, like use the Zoom button or whatever to see what people are lined up at, because it's gonna be tough. The Packers are so stacked on defense. I think the Bills gonna have to find a way to free Diggs up or whatever the case may be. But we'll see. I like the Packers, but I'm gonna take the over too. I like the over in this game, but I like the Packers. Next game, we're talking about the Browns and the Bucks. A game that can go either way, because now Ralph is playing automatic ball. Yep, the Ralph-O-Matic is automatic now. So with that being said, looking at the Bucks, they're tied, for third place with 238 first downs, and he's tied for third also with 41 INTs. And the Browns are 15th in the league with 188 first downs, and tied for 17th in the league with 33 INTs. Okay, you guys been in big games before, seen these guys play a lot, especially Force. What's your take on this game, Bino?
Yeah, this is Force versus Randy, man. I got this game going over. Simply put, I think any game that you put Force in, you might as well go ahead and count it over. But that offense in the Bucks, might as well also go ahead and count it over, man. This is definitely going to be over. They're going to be shooting like it's the 4th of July in the hood, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be crazy. But no, for real, the Bucks got 10-plus wins, right? And we know Force to be a perennial playoff contender. But in this case, I got to go with the Bucks, man. They got the roster, man. Like, that roster is, like, super duper dope.
Man,
I got the Bucks winning this one in the over for sure.
How about you, Flair?
I'm gonna go with KOW. Nah, I'm sorry. I can't go with KOW. I don't know. I'm gonna go with my horseman. I'm gonna go with Horse A. I don't know. It's probably gonna be a tie. I hate white on white crime.
Hey, same page with me. I got tickets to this game, so if it's one game I bought tickets for, it's this one here. How about you, Marlon?
I'm gonna go against the grain a little bit. I like Randy and the under on this. I mean, I think if Randy can come out and put up a couple points early, get forced to turn the ball over a few times, that he'll slow the game down enough and play smart enough in the passing game to keep possessions going and not turn the ball over and keep the momentum. But it all depends on if he can bait Force into getting an early pick, or staring down a receiver and get a strip sack or something like that. I like the Bucks and the under on this one. Randy been playing a lot better this cycle so far.
Oh, I agree. Like I said, I bought tickets to this game. And this is another game. This is almost like playing the Packers. Make sure your guys are lined up good and lined up right when you play teams like the Bucks and the Packers. Because this guy's all over the field. I mean, just matchup problems all day. You know, you're trying to find out you should I play man or zone. And then Rafa's not throwing the ball to one guy either. You know, you're not trying to go for a 200-yard game. And Brady makes a big difference. So I like the over. I feel each guy's going to be unstoppable. So I'm looking for both guys to go, score 30-plus points. If not, it's going to be a blowout. Somebody's going to score 40-20, either 30-30 or 40-20. So with both of these guys playing at a high level right now, look for this game to go, over. So both guys going to get over 30 points. Moving on to the next game, you got the Eagles and the Titans, which is our last game to cover. The Eagles are 7th in the league with 209 first downs, and 6th in the league with INTs. He has 40 on the season. The Titans, on the other hand, who used to be first down king, right now he's 19th in the league with 182, and he's tied for 26th in the league with 25 interceptions. Okay, Marley, what's your take on this game?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the quiet assassin, Bino and the Eagles in this one. And I'm probably gonna have to go with the over, simply because I think Bino will get up early and force JB to start passing the ball, and that's where problems will start. Some pick sixes early, it could get ugly. I mean, but if he, like we've been saying, if he stick to his guns and he uses those two extra running backs, he could grind out a close win there. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think he done fell in love with the pass already, and this is going to be his downfall in this one, because we all know Bino is quietly one of the best offensive players in the league. He got a lot of one play touchdowns in his arsenal. And he's always trying to prove a point with Jalen Hurts. So I like the Eagles in the over on this one.
All right, Flair, how about you?
Eagles and Titans. Eagles and Titans. I'm going to go with Bino. I think Bino felt like he got to prove something this season. So I'll go with Bino, man.
All right, Bino.
And then, steal his grandmama weed one more time, and then, come out and play hard.
So that means Bino got 11 wins coming at least. Bino got 11 win season on the way, at least. All right, Bino, what's your take?
Yeah, I mean, I think this game's going to be over 56. That's for sure. I think the Titans have a stout defense. They really don't allow much through the air. So I'm going to have to be real smart on how, when I do pass the ball, where I pass it to, what the coverage look like, if they blitz or not. But on the contrary, we don't allow much on the ground. Right? So we want you to play what you think is your strength. You know what I mean? We want you to run the ball as much as you want. You know what I'm saying? You let that thing go, you're going to be right there. So honestly, my D-line is the strength of my team. My D-line and my O-line is the strength of my team. And if we can control the trenches, then we can control the game. And that's the plan here, right? Not to necessarily be one-dimensional on either side, passing or running. But we definitely just want to come away with a win. No disrespect to JB. I don't really know what them Titans is about, though. I don't really know. It could be an upset. But I'm never, ever, ever in this life going to bet against myself. So I got the Eagles winning the game. I think this one's going to be over 56. We go up big. I think it's going to be passing. He's going to score. He is going to score. You know what I mean? But I'm also going to score. I think it's going to be more of a shootout. I got the Eagles over 56.
Definitely over. This the rent money game right here. Definitely going to be an over. I think the Eagles going to keep the ball. Like I said, the Titans, can move the ball, can go for long drives, but not as much as he did in, the last Madden. So I think Bino at some point going to jump up by 2 scores at least. Maybe even 3 scores at one point in the game. So I definitely got the over, and I got the Eagles winning by 2 scores or more. Okay, let's get the parlays ready. All right, Bino, What's your rent money game? Your number one game?
Number one game. I think I said it earlier. Let me find it. Jags versus Washington football team. I got that one over. Jags. Rent money on that. You got 50 touchdowns and 19 interceptions from Trevor Lawrence, who's a one-year pro quarterback. Come on, man. Who's stopping that? That's going to be over for sure.
All right, Marley, what's your rent money game?
The one we just talked about. I'm going with the Eagles-Titans game. I mean, I think it's going to be over regardless. But if JB puts some shit together, it's going to be it might hit 100. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a high-scoring venture. It just is.
It will.
How close is JB going to make it?
All right, Flair. What's your rent money game?
Rams and Cardinals.
Under or over?
Under or over?
Under.
Okay. Under.
What you guys got?
Okay. I gotta go. You know what? I'm gonna go stick to my guns too and go with the Eagles. I like the Eagles going over myself for my rent money game. Okay.
Pressure.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna do a little new thing on the show. Okay, we're gonna go with your car payment. Who you put your car payment on?
Ooh.
Bino. Your car payment $500. You already got your $2,000 rent. Now what about your car money? They're gonna be $500 a month.
Shit, the Lions and the Giants over. That man Bruce is different, man. I'm telling y'all, Bruce is different, man. That's gonna be over. That's gonna be over early.
All right. How about you, Flair? We gonna put your car note on.
I got a car note. I put my money on. Ooh, I put my money on you, Schemer.
The over or under?
Over.
Okay, Rams over.
I like that.
Raiders over. Okay, Marley, what's your car note gonna be on?
Let me get them Steelers and Jets on the under.
I like that too. Yeah, I like that.
That's an under, right, for you, Marley, huh?
What's that? Yeah, it's under.
Ooh, that's good. Steelers under. All right, car note for me. Man, it's gonna be the game I'm gonna be at. I'm going with the Browns and Bucks. Over. Browns and Bucks over.
I like that one too. That's definitely gonna be over, bro. I'm telling you, 4th of July, everybody been in the hood. You hear them gunshots. You don't know if they firecrackers. It's just the Bucks and the Browns playing. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you.
All right. One trivia question, and it's gonna be: do y'all see the Steelers ever making the playoffs?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I do. The Steelers, yeah. I think it's going.
I'm gonna go no on that. AFC is tough, man. There's a lot of hitters over there. It's got a lot of things got to go his way for him to take. I think for him to make the playoffs, he got to win that division. So I don't see him dethroning KP.
We got 8 more seasons, bro. And he got 5 wins, which is more than he had all last cycle.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not saying it's not possible, and I'm definitely not trying to discredit him. I just don't see it. AFC is stacked, in my opinion.
I'm going with Marley, so we're going to be 50-50 on this show, which is pretty much how complex this owner is. It's hard to figure out when he's going to break through or whatever, or is he going to stay down? Because I'm saying no, too. I think KP and Andy Force will have to be on vacation for him to get a division title. And even with them being on vacation, it'll still be hard just to win a division. You got to win about 11 games. And I don't see the Steelers ever winning 11 games.
I'm just going to say, all it's going to take is one injury. One injury for Big Trust, and things change. That dynamic change.
We both know from watching Andy last cycle, Lamar don't get hurt.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
All right, anything else, fellas?
This game is programmed for him to be healthy.
Facts.
That's what I know.
Ah, man. Merry Christmas, Dynasty, man. Merry Christmas, man.
Happy holidays.
Everybody else start following y'all rules, man. Touch up on the rule book, man. I'm telling y'all, if y'all just read the rules before y'all play the game, y'all be straight. I'm telling you.
Happy Hanukkah.
All right, we out.
And Festivus, we out, man. Peace.